Stan, somebody by the name of Squillum Fancy Pants wants to know. I don't know. I don't know if that's Squillum Fancy Pants and his Droid Z4C6M or
I don't
what,
know.
but they want to know your favorite summer camp.
Oh, I've been to many. At least 8, well, maybe 10 summer camps. Woodruff is a big one up in Georgia, and that's a popular one. But Woodruff has another camp that council has. I want to say Daniel Beard, but no, it's something. I'm trying to remember. It's named after somebody in scouting. But those were the two. Woodruff was probably my favorite, and that was interesting. I've been to Skymont. I think it's in Tennessee, and I've been to, of course, been to the Summit. As a kid, I grew up around that area, so we spent many summers down on the New River and catching fish and stuff. So I'm very familiar with that.
Willem Fancy Pants is complaining that it's always 2 camps. Well, that's because you asked Scouter Stan, and those are the ones that he knows.
One of my favorite camps is my local camp.
Okay.
And I'm really truthful about it, because I did my brotherhood there, and I did my vigil there. So my camp is one of my favorite, Camp La Noche in Central Florida. And if you want to experience tropical camping, that's the place, because it's nice and warm, and but all of the buildings and the facilities that they have are fully air conditioned, so you got places where you can cool down. But it's tropical camping, and a lot of people don't really do tropical camping. They might do. It's nice when you can go and to like Woodruff, where you can jump in the lake and it's nice and warm, but it's nice when you get out and try to climb up that mountain all the way to the dining hall that Woodruff is known for. That's always an experience, but and the grass is nice. You can actually, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you can take your shoes off and just feel the grass under your feet, it's nice. But you can't do that here in Florida. You try to do that, you're going to get bugs all over you. It's going to tear up your foot. It's not good.
So I know you were the only one that was asked that, but I'm going to answer, and I'm going to say that I don't have a favorite because I'm not being endorsed. I'm not being compensated to promote anyone. If I were, I'd give you my favorite. But truthfully, I think every camp, even the cruddiest ones, have something unique. They all seem to find their own niche.
Yeah.
When it comes to, some might have horses for horsemanship.
Yeah.
A lot of camps don't. Some might have a metal forge for doing welding or doing metal work, which many don't.
Yeah.
It's one of our.
Funny because the Noche does.
Yeah, I mean, so
it's like, wow.
But then others will have unique things, like they have an ice cream shop just down walking distance, and the scouts go to the ice cream shop instead of the trading post, or there's just one of our camps have buffalo that the neighbors to it have buffalo, and so I think every camp has a unique thing. So rather than saying what would be my favorite, I'd like to go down and go, what's the thing that makes each camp unique? Yeah. What's kind of the niche thing for each camp? I look at
tropical camping at La Noche.
Well, how about Catalina
That's
Island?
Unique. Hey. You're not going to find that at other camps.
Yeah.
Because of its location.
Bucky's stealing my answer, though, because he just said Catalina. And Emerald Bay is one of my favorites out of Catalina. And that's where I went one time as a scout. And that's it. You're on an island, and the whole, oh, man, what's the Will Ferrell movie? Step Brothers. Where he's like, it's the Catalina wine mixer. Like, you're out there on Catalina, and we got to get into a canoe, do war canoe. You got to go to the one of the shores. I think it's North Shore, but I'm thinking about Hawaii. And
Yeah.
you got to sleep out on the sand in the waves and all that. Still earn
Neat.
4 or 5 merit patches. That was a great time. That was fun.
Yeah.
Besides, obviously, Philmont is a completely different thing because it's a high adventure. But your grassroots normal camp, that's mine. Emerald Bay for the win, 100%.
Yeah. Well, that's the what is it? Treasure Island. That's a bang. That was a camp. I don't know if it's still around, but that's kind of where the Order of the Arrow started. So that was. It sounded a lot like the Catalina.
There's some very interesting camps. I know in central Minnesota, also the name of the council, Central Minnesota Council, they have a castle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's, and it can accommodate quite a number of people. I have not been there, but everybody I've talked to that's gone says it was awesome. It was great. And so I think that could be a fun discussion for one of our upcoming months. Maybe next year as it's coming into camp season. We're kind of just getting into it now. Maybe talk about that. We can work on making a list of unique things. See if we can't find one for every state.
Yeah.
That would be neat. Yeah.
And I get asked that question about hey, what's a good camp in North Carolina? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I'm sorry. It's I haven't been there yet, not for lack of trying. I just haven't had a chance to go
I'm
there.
Sure
yet,
there's a scout camp there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Raven something, I think is one that somebody offered up. But yeah.
Yeah, Raven Knob.
Yeah, we'd have to put
some there. That's nice.
We'd have to put some parameters in place because somebody might say, "Oh, Gettysburg," because there's scouts can camp on the battlefield in a certain spot, or at least 5 years ago they could.
Woo, hey, got
somebody
threw some money donated. Yeah.
Where's the ka-ching sound?
Cha-ching. I don't know. It's hard to find.
What are you guys' soundboards?
I did. So when I updated in the pre-show, it messed with my settings, so I can't hit that button. That's what I get for waiting to the last minute,
Yeah.
All right. Well, $2 for a Camp Owasapi.
Yeah, Sapi.
We'll give Camp Gerber, even though we didn't get $2 for
it. Yeah.
I think I've got applause.
Yeah.
And then when we start talking about uniform, the rest of the sound effects I leave to Matt.
Well, you know what?
He does that.
I'm going to address the elephant in the room that's kind of come out from Squill and Fancy Pants. One of the things that my unit has done, we go to a camp called Many Point. I know Mike tried to get me a number of months ago to commit. Isn't that the greatest camp, Brian? No, I was not willing to say it's the greatest because I haven't been to every camp to be able to say it's the greatest. It's the one I've been to most and am most familiar with. But we go the second week in August, which is the last week of the year. And I will make this an open invite that we welcome scouts from outside of our unit to join ours. I have a very fortunate problem of having more adults than youth usually. And we have always welcomed scouts from other units and other councils for that matter. So if you're looking for a camp, we have 2 campsites within our sub camp. And I only have 7 scouts. So they're going to yank that second campsite from me pretty soon. But if I think it's $450 for a scout, $160, $170 for an adult. That includes the meals, and we have a chow hall. So anyone that wants to, just scoutmasterbucky@yahoo.com.
There you go.
Send me an email. We'll take you in.
Nice.